So you've got this great idea for a website, but you don't know how to code, right? Well, how do you build something that looks professional? Today, we're going to break down one of the biggest answers to that question, Wix. I mean, check this out. We're talking about a platform that's behind over 200 million websites all over the world. That's a huge number. So, what's the secret sauce here? How can one tool possibly work for, a personal blog and a huge online store? Okay, so at its heart, think of Wix as a complete toolkit. It's not just a website builder. It's your design studio, your web hosting, and your control panel all rolled into one easy-to-use package. The whole point is to let you focus on your actual idea, instead of getting bogged down in all the technical stuff. All right, so here's our game plan. We're going to walk through this whole journey. We'll start with building your very first site in just minutes. Then we'll see how to power it up. We'll even dive into the pro-level stuff. And by the end, we'll figure out if Wix is actually the right fit for you. Then, of course, the big takeaway. Okay, let's dive in. Building your first website, yeah, it can feel like a huge, intimidating task. But Wix is really designed to make this whole thing fast and painless. It's all about getting you from just an idea to a live, functioning website as quickly as possible. And it all kicks off with a really simple guided process. And this is literally the roadmap, 5 simple steps. That's it. It's all about taking what seems like a complicated process and just breaking it down into these manageable chunks so you never feel lost or overwhelmed. So you sign up, you answer a couple of really basic questions about what you're trying to do, and then you hit your first big fork in the road. The big choice. How are you actually going to build this thing? And really, your choice comes down to one thing: speed versus control. On one side, you've got Wix ADI. That's their artificial design intelligence. You basically answer some questions and poof, it generates a custom website for you in minutes. Super fast, super simple. Or you can go with the classic Wix editor. This is where you take the wheel. It's a drag and drop system that gives you total control to customize every single little thing. Now, if you do choose the editor, you're not just staring at a blank canvas. That would be terrifying. No, you get a massive head start. We're talking over 900 professionally designed templates. Seriously, for pretty much any industry you can think of, there's a template waiting for you. But here's what's maybe the most important part of this first stage. Whether you go with the AI or the editor, you can publish a real live site on a totally free plan. This is a game changer. It means there's literally no financial risk to just get started. You can get that idea out of your head and onto the internet like today. Okay, so your site is live. Awesome! But a website isn't static, right? It needs to grow with you. So what happens when you realize you need it to do more? Well, that's when you start powering it up with new features. And this is how you do it. The best way to think about the Wix app market is that it works exactly like the App Store on your phone. Need a new function? You just browse the market, find an app for it, and install it with a couple of clicks. No coding required. So let's say you want to start selling stuff online. Bam, you add the Wix Stores app. You need a way for clients to schedule appointments with you? There's the Wix Bookings app. You want to add a live chat box for customer support? Yep, there's an app for that too. It's incredibly straightforward. But look, you can have the most beautiful, feature-packed website in the world. But if nobody can find it, what's the point, right? This is where getting found on Google comes in, and it's absolutely crucial. And Wix knows this, so they've built a whole suite of tools to help you with exactly that. Their big weapon here is something called the Wix SEO checklist. SEO, or search engine optimization, can sound super complicated, but this tool just demystifies the whole thing. It gives you a personalized step-by-step plan. It literally tells you, hey, do this next to improve your chances of ranking higher and getting more traffic from search. All right, but what if you're past the basics? What if you're a developer or an agency and you need to do things that go way beyond drag and drop? Well, this is where Wix kind of splits again, offering a whole other level of professional tools. And just like before, you've got 2 clear paths for the pros. For the coders, there's Velo by Wix. This is a full-on development platform. You can write your own JavaScript, connect to any API you want, and build some seriously complex web apps. Then for freelancers and agencies, there's Wix Studio. This is all about workflow. Real-time collaboration, managing multiple client projects, and super sophisticated design controls. And if you're running a serious online store, this is where the premium plans really shine. They unlock pro-level e-commerce features. We're talking things like automatically calculating sales tax, selling in different currencies to a global audience, and even sending out those abandoned cart emails to bring customers back. You can even get into drop shipping, which is a huge deal. It means you can sell products without ever having to stock inventory yourself. Okay, wow. We've gone all the way from a simple AI builder to a full-stack development environment. So, now for the million-dollar question. With all this, is Wix actually the right choice for you? Let's do the final breakdown. When you boil it all down, the main trade-off is this: ease of use versus ultimate flexibility. Wix is unbelievably easy to get started with. But, and this is a big but, you have to deal with what's called template lock-in. Once you pick a template and publish your site, you're stuck with it. If you want to change it later, you have to rebuild your site from scratch. That's a huge thing to keep in mind, especially if your brand is going to evolve. And when you put it side by side with the competition, you can see where it fits. Its biggest wins are how simple it is and that awesome free plan. You look at something like WordPress, and yeah, it offers insane flexibility, but you need to be a lot more technical. And then you have Shopify, which is an e-commerce powerhouse, but it's really laser-focused on just that: large-scale retail. So, how do they make money? It's a classic freemium model. You can get up and running for free, but your site will have Wix branding on it. The moment you want to look more professional, you upgrade to a paid plan. That gets rid of the ads, lets you use your own custom domain name, and, importantly, unlocks all those business and e-commerce features. So as we wrap this up, I think the best way to picture Wix is like a ladder. It lets anyone, and I mean anyone, start on the very first rung with a simple, free site. But then the ladder keeps going up, giving you all the tools you need to climb as high as your ambitions take you. Really, its biggest strength is just how versatile it is. It scales with you. It's a super gentle on-ramp if you're a complete beginner, but it also has the horsepower to be a serious tool for pros. So now you know the tool inside and out. The only real question left is, what are you going to build? That's all for this explainer. Thanks for joining us.